Hey guys, Shaba TLK back here with a continuation of our great series on the 10-4-96 Lion King 2 script. And yeah, we'll just get right into it. Again, as usual, if you have any questions on anything or anything to comment, I love to hear them. So please comment down below. Again, if you ring that bell, you can get a notification for when these episodes drop. Recently, I've been doing them on Saturdays. Hopefully, we'll continue like that. And yeah, or sorry, Saturday nights, I should say. So they should drop Sundays. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. So where did we leave off? We left off with Aisha and Timon, and oh yeah, so they're basically get out of here, scavengers. Go on. So they're trying to scare off birds who have apparently been, or Timon is trying to scare off birds who are eating their grubs and food essentially. So we're gonna then move on to, so that was page 40. That was page from last script, page 40, and now we're gonna go through 41 through 50 of the script. He tries to scare off the birds. They ignore him. Pumbaa charges after the flock, bowling for buzzard style. So, if you've seen Lion King, you should know what that means. They simply flap up a few feet, let him under them, and settle back down where they were. He charges back and forth, and this quote, Timon, I'm getting tired. Shoo, go on, shoo. Apparently they're on him. It doesn't mention it there. Hey, maybe he could help. Do you think? Oh yeah, there's an idea. Right, let the vicious outsider, light bulb. Hey, I have an idea. What if he helps? Kovu, you want to lend a voice? Kovu doesn't get it. Roar. Kovu still doesn't get it. So Aisha does the roar. Roar. Okay. The birds explode in the sky like terrified confetti. Oh man, I love the description. Timon whoops in delight and jumps on Pumbaa, cowboy style, and they charge. Soup's on, woohoo! Come on, do it again. And this time it's Kovu who roars. The birds panic, not knowing which way to fly. They dart, zig and zag, crashing into each other. Timon and Pumbaa are loving it. Aisha is smiling happily as Kovu runs alongside, trying to understand, why are we doing this? What training purpose does this serve? So, again, different line here. Usually in the film right here is also, he says, why are we doing this? What is the point of this training? But, kind of cool. The new line actually sounds better. So, Aisha, none, this is just for fun. Fun? Yeah, kid, you gotta get out more often. Fun, yeehaw. The birds finally settle on a direction and move in flock formation. Timon and Pumbaa gallop in pursuit. Kovu shrugs and, yeehaw. You know what? That was fun. It's infectious. Kovu is caught in the moment as all four charge after the birds like cowboys after stampeding cattle. They're barreling across the Pride Lands, whooping and hollering and generally having a ball until the birds dart into a canyon. Our quartet follows, suddenly skidding to a halt, kicking up a cloud of dust. When it settles, they're facing a pack of snorting, it says right here, pissed, rhinos. The flock of birds has taken refuge behind the mighty beasts. Timon and Pumbaa gulp. Out on the prairie. Oh, interesting. Zazu flies along. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. An earthquake? He looks around, and Aisha, Kovu, Timon, and Pumbaa come charging out of the canyon, a pack of charging rhinos on their heels as they go racing by. Zazu, what's the meaning of this? What are you doing? Having fun. Yeah, they cut Zazu's line out of this, huh? Anyway. Timon panic. Personally, I'm making a will. I'm making out a will. Move it. Lol. Zazu turns and rhinos on the attack. He zigs and zags, doing his best quarterback jig to avoid the 2-ton linebackers charging in on him. Shuck, jive, and thwang. A rhino lowers his tusk, catapulting the hornbill into the sky. Okay, I don't even know how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna keep going. Our quartet is now in a reverse stampede. Cowboys now the prey. They charge across the lands as the rhinos bulldoze on. They pivot and corner to avoid thundering hooves and stabbing horns. It's an adrenaline rush of deadly roller coaster when, this way, she leads them over a rocky ledge to a small indent in the face of the boulder, just enough room for them all to cram inside as the rhino's locomotive passed. Okay. When the danger is finally over, our heroes are jammed into the tiny den, pressed tightly together. Kovu and Aisha are laughing on fun overload. What a blast! Pumbaa looking at his rump. Oh, sorry. Now they all crack up in a fresh volley of laughter. Good, easy, natural bonding. Timon gives Kovu a friendly noogie. Kovu flinches. He doesn't know how to react to this affectionate attention. He's not used to it. You okay, kid? You're okay. No, sorry. You're okay, kid. You're okay. As Timon and Pumbaa wiggle out of the den, Kovu gets shoved aside and... Suddenly, he and Aisha are face to face, eye to eye. The moment holds and softens. They look away, both trying to ignore the magnetic draw of the other. We leave them wondering what is happening between them, and go to Pride Rock night. The pride is scattered across the rocks, lounging, eating dinner. Simba's at the peak, watching Kovu through suspicious eyes. Kovu returns the wary gaze. He's hoarding, protecting, afraid if someone's going to challenge him for his food. He looks down and sees 3 tiny newborn cubs staring up at him through puppy dog eyes. Please, they seem to say, apparently according. He merely pulls his meal tighter and shifts so he doesn't have to see them. But every time he looks back, they're still looking at him. One reaches out a tiny paw for his food. Kovu tightens, all his training telling him to attack, and Aisha is suddenly there. In the moment, Tablius. I can't say it. Whatever. Moving on. Then she tears a chunk of meat from Kovu's dinner and gives it to the cubs. He can't very well attack her, so he just watches. The cubs eat, one of them snuggling up against Kovu in gratitude. Kovu stiffens. No one's ever done that. He looks around awkwardly and sees the cub's mother smiling at him. So he lets the cub keep snuggling, then tears off a piece of meat and offers it to the little guy. The cub takes it, playing with it. When Kovu looks back at Simba, and Simba's suspicion is replaced by puzzlement. Exit base of Pride Rock, night. Aisha and Kovu lie in the grass, gazing dreamily at the stars, making up the constellations. But their upbringing makes them see the universe very differently. Look, there's one that looks like a baby rabbit. See the fluffy tail? Yeah, hey, there's one that looks like 2 lions killing each other over a puddle of water. I've never done this before. What is this? Okay. Because the line in the film is much better. Hey, that one looks like 2 lions killing each other over a scrap of meat is better, because that's the one. That's the funny line that they actually do go with in the film. Again, interesting choice there. I'm gonna keep going. Aisha, really? My father and I do this all the time. He says all the great kings of the past are up there. Kovu's intrigued. Aisha stares at the stars that all look the same. But with so many, I can never tell them apart. That's what makes it beautiful. Who would notice one alone? That touches a nerve in her. Before she has time to process, the great kings, do you think Scar's up there? The moment those words are out of his mouth, he regrets them. He rises and just sits, hanging his head. No one here thinks he's very great. There was a darkness in Scar that he could not escape. He was a bad fellow. Okay, you could say that. Alright. That scares Kovu. Aisha reaches out, placing a comforting paw on his shoulder. He accepts the gesture. We leave them like that. The Outlands. Night. Zira lays on a rock, drumming her digits, waiting patiently, coiled and ready for the slightest news. Nuka is talking with a few of the other outsiders. They nod and mumble, so he goes forward as spokesman. Something is wrong. It's been too long. Kovu isn't what you thought. Zira's on her feet. Vitani suddenly approaches, defending Kovu. And he's got the question of who are Nuka and Vitani? Who do they relate to? Because apparently, of course, in the script, they're not. Later, they will be his. We argue as stepbrother and stepsister, because Kovu's not related to Scar, and I don't know about Vitani, but I know Nuka is the general conception of this fandom. But yeah, in the script, there is the problem. Obviously, it's noted. Who are they? Because they don't actually know that by the point. They're not his siblings or anything. So, but we're gonna see more of what Vitani is in a second. Nuka's kind of weird though, because Nuka's almost like just like random. Like I think he's like the son of Scar. You could argue. I don't know if it's explicitly said that from what I remember, but again, it's a very interesting problem that he does highlight. So good on this artist's part. Good critical information. We're gonna go to Vitani. We must give him time. Who else have we got? You? Does Vitani love Kovu? Is Nuka jealous of Kovu? We'll see. Nuka, lashing back with another taunt. The princess is very beautiful. Perhaps he's changed his mind. Vitani, hackles rising. Negative. I know his heart. The two square off, circling as, enough! Kovu is the rightful king. He shall lead us. What is this line doing here? Why doesn't she declare herself a queen, or herself queen? She's been leading them. Does she need a pawn king? I would assume that's probably what she's doing, but I'd like to see this about half an hour ago. We're gonna see it. Tired of being second fiddle. I could do it if you just give me the chance. A chance. But Zira ignores him, walking right past as if he were invisible. Hurt, Nuka lashes with the truth. We can't survive another flood season out here. We must act, and act swiftly. That stops Zira. Her mind whirs as Vitani peels away from the others. Why does it stop her? What does she care? And doesn't her whirring mind already know they're in trouble? Why not Scar, but just say, I am the queen, I can do whatever I want. I mean, fair point. Fair point. Anyway, the edge of the Pride Lands. Day. Simba is walking the border, his mind full of questions. Zazu watches with concern as Timon and Pumbaa follow. The warthog is as bored as a kid on a long car trip. Welcome, Pumbaa. I love how that's a criticism of, he's like, welcome, Pumbaa, the story's boring. So, welcome, Anyway, Pumbaa. Are we there yet? Timon, no. Are we there yet? No. Are we there? No. Don't make me turn this caravan around. Simba, heavy with responsibility. Every year the floods take out more of the Pride Lands, and the Outlands grow. They do, even with the rightful king in place. Doesn't that violate one of the rules of Lion King 1? Not wrong. This guy's spitting facts still. Anyway, Zazu. That's because Zira and her soldiers scavenge land dry, sire. As long as they're exiled, no other animals will go there. What is the logic of this? True. Anyway, we're going to continue. This is why this scene was probably cut. Maybe if you were to invite them home, the Outlands wouldn't be out. No, I can't. A king has no choice. They're outsiders. So were we once. Dang, Pumbaa. Wow, Pumbaa with the uncharacteristic line. Well, I guess. That touches a core in Simba's soul. Before his mind can lock on an easy answer, pow, Aisha comes charging out of nowhere, slam tackling him. There, Kovu, you're going to have to... Father. Oops. Oh, man. She backs away, fumbling for an apology. She wasn't prepared to talk with him yet, but... Oh, she ran into it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean I was... Oh, boy, she takes a breath, trying to regroup in that silence. Simba, I didn't hear you. That stops her. She's getting better. She's not sure how to respond. She fumbles through a false start, then opts to to respect him with honesty. She was doing hunting training and came on him. Yes, Kovu's been teaching me. I know you hate the outsiders. Simba looks to his two best pals in the world, Timon and Pumbaa. Well, not all outsiders. Igniting with hope. Does that mean Kovu can keep teaching me? I'll make you so proud, thank you. She embraces her father, hard and loving, nuzzles his face, giggling, then turns and races off, laughing. Simba is left reeling, touching his heart, because she laughed. I haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah, I didn't even know the kid had teeth. I wonder what's changed. That works. Okay, so something was changed because he says that. Interesting. All three turn their heads in unison to see Aisha catch up with Kovu. Aisha and Kovu are on a path. They walk along side by side. Page 49. He didn't say no. Great. But that's when Kovu steps on a thorn. Ow! He winces, lifts his paw, and tries to bite out the painful thing. He's having trouble when, here, let me. She plinks the thorn free, then finds herself holding Kovu's paw. She gently licks the wound. He's not sure how to respond. Kovu, I can do that myself. But she starts to do it for him. It tickles. The stoic warrior actually starts to laugh. Giggling. Quit! But she tickles harder. He hoots. The gladiator giggling like a child. He tries to pull away. Once again, they feel that magnetic draw. And, waha! And where are you two going? Says Rafiki now, of course. He's popped out of nowhere, shattering the mood. Aisha and Kovu deflate. Nowhere? That's what you think. Zip. He's gone. Who was that? Friend of the family. Rafiki popping up again. Come on, old Rafiki. He'd know the way. And he takes off down the path. Kovu and Aisha share a knowing smile and take off in the other direction. Wow. Ah, man, that was bad. That's better. After a few seconds, think we lost him? Maybe. Again, he takes off, gesturing them for him to follow. They gape and again reverse direction and... What are you waiting for? But I could have sworn... It's not polite to swear. Hurry now. He darts off. This time Kovu and Aisha shrug, deciding to follow. Where is he taking us? Rafiki. Upendi. Boom. The scenery changes into a strange and exotic fantasy land. Music swells. Song Upendi. Upendi land, a wondrous place of waterfalls and lotus pools. Colors are strange and perfect. As Rafiki sings, he is an emotional conductor playing Cupid, drawing the two lions close. So we are going to get into that song in the next episode as we get into Upendi, which has, I believe, different lyrics, like all the songs in this script that were in the film. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please, of course, like and subscribe, and yeah, hit that bell for more notifications, especially on the next episode. And we will get back to Upendi and Rafiki in the next episode. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.